So today I want to share a story time about something that I experienced and that I know others experience as well, because this is such a hot topic and maybe not on LinkedIn, but it is definitely a hot topic when I speak with other business owners and consultants alike, is the concept of the interference of nepo babies when you're working with a business owner. This can take many forms, but it's oftentimes somebody who didn't want anything to do with it, but then the presence of an outside consultant who now is involved suddenly makes their interest in the business peak when there was no interest there to begin with. And so this had recently happened to me. A client came to me and we were working together on their email marketing, and the nepo baby in question decided to become involved in the email marketing situation. And the very first thing that they went for was they didn't want the address of the business to be at the footer of the email, which I found peculiar at best, and just such a weird place to start at the bottom of the email to critique it. But anyway, they were adamant that the address be removed. And so I said to them, are you familiar with GDPR compliance? And they looked at me, and the look told me that they were unfamiliar with GDPR compliance. And so I then explained to them and the client that the reason that the address needed to appear in the footer of the email was actually by law to comply. In case you are spamming, there needs to be a way for the authorities to be able to find you if you are just, being completely reckless with your email marketing strategy. And so the moral of this story is to leave marketing to the marketers, because there's always going to be somebody who knows better and who wants to become involved, but there's oftentimes a reason for why things are being done the way they are. And it sometimes has to do with complying with laws. And so don't be swayed by this. If you're in a situation like this where somebody in your family is trying to gain influence into the business and they aren't really the most informed about the subject matter that they're trying to provide guidance on, it's always best to stick with the experts and to stick with that third party, because those people are trained in whatever service they are offering. And so they're going to be able to explain to you why something like the address being in the footer of your email is critically important to follow a law and not just, have removed it. And so I think that engaging with consultants who are aware of these laws and their importance, and consultants who are also willing to stand up in these types of situations. I mean, that was an uncomfortable situation. I'm sure you can imagine. It's nothing I can't handle, but it was an uncomfortable situation